I'm here to communicate about the time trap. On a greater scale, the time trap is this entire manifested universe, existence in itself, this reality within which you experience yourself, apparently. See, time in itself is a manifestation of cycles. What are cycles? From a personal, individual perspective, an example of a cycle would be if you start a relationship with a being. The relationship then is the starting point of the cycle. You experience the relationship ends, and that's the end of the cycle. Now, whatever you experience in this reality remains as a manifested memory within your mind. That's how your mind functions. Your mind stores all your experiences that you have in this reality as an actual reality inside yourself. So, time continues, so to speak, inside yourself within your mind consciousness system. Meaning that you believe that your experience the day before is gone. Actually, it is not. It is still running inside of you, constantly and continuously. So, as I've explained or said, an example of a cycle would be the beginning of a relationship and then the end of that relationship. That experience of entering it and that experience of ending it, which is very defined events that takes place. The beginning, the whole experience, and then the end, that whole experience, which usually doesn't end very flatteringly. So that's one cycle. And you think or believe, it's in the past, it doesn't exist anymore, but that whole experience is continuing inside you within the mind consciousness system like a replay that literally takes place, and your experience within it, everything, still existent here. And now the beginning of another cycle would, of course, naturally be you again starting a new relationship. And so you enter into the relationship continues, the relationship ends, and that's the end of another cycle. And now these cycles within yourself as actual events-orientated experiences that are the definitive beginning and end, constantly and continuously run amok inside you within and as the mind consciousness system is constant, continuous, real-time reality replays. And the same goes within existence itself, within this reality, as humanity as a whole goes through stages which you refer to as eras, where you apparently evolve. And these are primarily merely just cycles going from a beginning to an end, and then you go into your next era, which you refer to as evolution, which is actually merely already pre-programmed cycle designs to give human beings within as their mind the perception of advancement and the perception of movement, when you're actually not moving, you're not advancing, and not evolving in any way whatsoever. You are remaining within the exact same cycles. And that is the trap of time. Because you think or believe that through time you are moving, advancing, evolving, when actually it is but mere already pre-programmed manifested cycles coming to from a beginning and going to an end, back to a beginning, going to an end, back to beginning, going to an end, and that's it. And all these manifested cyclic experiences are stored within and as your mind consciousness system as alternate manifested realities that constantly move from beginning to end, beginning to end. Why? It is like saving your experiences you have in this reality as a database, so that to ensure you remain stuck in the exact same cycles over and over and over again. All that changes is the picture. But you remain in the exact same spot, in the exact same place, as the exact same experience. Nothing changes. Nothing has ever changed. You've always remained in the exact same cycles. All that changes is the picture. And you've, within your mind, designed time as the perceptual idea of movement, of advancement, of evolution. If time existed, let's look at just one point. If time existed, you would be here stretched forward and backward, because that would actually be the manifest experience of time. You're here, all your past experiences are still manifested, you're attached to you. You're like the strip that's drawn out, and you're still here as that strip. But if you have a look at this reality, this world, this existence at this very moment, is anything moving? Is this moving? No, it's manifest, physical, here. Everything is just here. There's no movement. There's no evolution. There's nothing other than you here, stuck in time, which is but cycles, going from beginning to end, beginning to end, beginning to end, beginning to end. And that's it. Lost and stuck in the trap of time, both within a personal, individual level and within existence in its entirety as all of humanity. Thank you very much.